Welcome back. And before I begin, let me clean up something from my previous stream. I said that awful announcing does more than just announcing lines. It shows you more than who's announcing what. It actually gives you news on broadcasting inquiries. Like, I learned from that site that the reason why you may have noticed that CBS and NBC flipped in the rotation in terms of when they were supposed to do the Super Bowl. But originally, NBC was supposed to do 55, but they asked CBS if they could flip and do 56 instead, and then CBS would take 55. They would take 56 because Super Bowl 56 was played right before the Olympics started. So that's why they asked to flip, and CBS granted their wish. So now the Super Bowl 57 is over. It should be back to normal. NBC should be doing 58, and then CBS would be doing 59, and then Fox would be doing 60. I think that's how it's going to work there. Anyway, just to clean that up a little bit. And here's some more information that another site has, and this is from 506sports.com. It's the number 506 followed by the word sports.com. This has every single broadcaster of every game. This is from these are archived here. This is from last year's wildcard round. In January, like the Seattle-San Francisco game was done from January 14th, was broadcasted by Joe Davis and Dale Johnston. The Chargers-Jags game was broadcasted by Al Michaels and Tony Dungy on NBC. You might remember that one. Miami and Buffalo by Nance and Romo on CBS. And it goes down the line there. You can see all this going here. And you can see even the bowl schedule from last year it has. And it does more than just that. It even has the schedules for during the regular season. And let me show you this. These are the coverage maps, or I shouldn't say these aren't really the maps, but these are who's broadcasting what during what week. Week 1, that green you see, that indicates a doubleheader, and it says that at the bottom. It's below where my camera is. It's lower down on the page, but it says that's green because that's I'll show it to you. It is right down here. Networks with the green background will have a doubleheader in weeks 1 and 18. CBS and Fox will both have doubleheaders. That's what that means. So, and then you see in the far right column, you see the Thursday night game is Buffalo and the Rams. That was the Thursday night game. Rams at the time were coming off their Super Bowl victory over the Bengals. Tampa Bay, Dallas, a rematch of. Actually, seems that wasn't a rematch, but that was the Sunday night game, and Denver and Seattle. That was the That was the opening Monday night game. That was Joe Buck and Troy Aikman's first broadcast. Anyway, but let me show you this. This is really nifty here. These are coverage maps. This will show you what part of the country is receiving what game. Like, most of the country in week 1 got Pittsburgh, Cincinnati. New England and Miami was seen on CBS by, or was that CBS? Yeah, on CBS at 1:00 in this part of Alabama, all the way down to Florida, and then up in the New England area into New York State. Then the green area, that's like most like the Delmarva area and like the part of that eastern New York, where that's who got the Baltimore Jets game. The yellow area, that group got the Cleveland Carolina game. And then the orange stuff, the orange area, that got Indianapolis and Houston. You see most of that is like Texas, obviously, for Houston, and then parts of Indiana because Indianapolis. Then the late coverage. There were only 2 games shown late. Kansas City and Arizona. That was seen by the region in red, or the section in red, but the section in blue, Vegas and the rate, got the Vegas versus the Chargers. That covered the West, with the exception of the Pacific part of the Northwest. They got, I don't know why they wouldn't get that, because Seattle wasn't playing that day. They had the Monday night game anyway, but they got the Vegas versus the Chargers game anywhere that's covered in blue. And for Fox, the San Francisco Chicago was seen by most of the country, all that section in red. In blue, you had Philadelphia, Detroit. That was seen by like parts of Oklahoma and Nebraska, and then all of New York, and like the Pennsylvania, with the exception of Western Pennsylvania. New Orleans and Atlanta, that is in green. That was seen by most of like the Southeast. We ended up getting Jacksonville and Washington because they actually had CBS, because they were on Fox rather. So that was seen by North Florida, Southeast Georgia, where I am, and parts of the Delmarva area for the purposes of Washington. Anyway, and then Fox late. They had like all the area in the north, or in red. That's the Green Bay and Minnesota. They got Green Bay, Minnesota. That's a high-profile matchup. But then the Giants in Tennessee was seen obviously by the state of Tennessee and the state of New York. Obviously, New York and Tennessee, and then I guess parts of Maine wouldn't sell that out, so they got that. But anyway, that is just a piece of what that is. So if you want to know what game you're getting, and they do that in college football too. Let me show you that. I think it may be offline. I think it might be offline, but yeah, it's offline. But anyway, but I think maybe they just do that for the pros. But anyway, if you want to know what game you're gonna get come Sunday afternoon, and you and if you want to know what game you're getting on come Sunday afternoon, go to 506sports.com and look at the coverage map. Click on the current week. It'll be the week number, and then and there it is hyperlinked. It will be hyperlinked, and then you can see, and the previous link will tell you if it is a doubleheader week, and the early represents the 1 o'clock games, and the late represents the 4:05 or 4:25 games. And obviously, the games on Thursday, Sunday, Monday, those are all national. So those games are seen by everyone, regardless of where you live. But anyway, thanks for watching this. I'm sorry for all the confusion there. I had a little bit of tongue tying there, but anyway, thanks for watching this, and this will go up, by the way, Friday at 5 p.m. I look forward to seeing you there. Friday at 5 p.m. over on Simbuzz. Thanks for watching.